I'm Chester44, and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode, the scenario we were doing kinda ended up bugging out, and we couldn't actually finish it. Unfortunate. Now we're moving on into another scenario. This one is actually listed as, it had a prefabricated party with it, but only those in, only Mac users can access it. Windows users, like me, would have had to completely make it from scratch. I could, but I'm not going to bother right now. It's the middle of a recording session. I'd waste a lot of time going back and forth to do it. I'm just going to use the party I have for level 15. The README actually says, hey, these spellcasters would do better. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's try this new scenario and see what happens. Alright, just finished a checkup to see what the scenario I have to do next is, and it's one that I've seen the name of several times. I've noted it simply because, well, one of the original scenarios was a small rebellion, and this one is named a large rebellion. Very original. And glancing at the README, this was apparently made by a 13-year-old Finnish boy, for whom English is not his first language. This is going to be very interesting. I did not expect something like that. Anyway, let's go take a look at this scenario. A large rebellion. The Naga, protector of Serpent Delta, has been captured by some cunning magic. Then the orb was stolen. Now that the Delta is unprotected, more of the outcast nature folk return for vengeance. Oh boy. The Empire can't tolerate magical creatures. Griffins, drakes, gremlins, etc. In the past, they could simply be thrown into Avernum far below the surface. Nowadays, they are just butchered without any mercy. There is one exception, however. Though a Naga is extremely poisonous and magical and has a violent nature, one is still kept alive. There's something special about this Naga that monsters fear for. The Naga itself is simple. It doesn't attack anything that doesn't attack it. Serpent Delta, named after the Naga, turned out to be desirable because no monster wanted to come near these lands because of the Naga. Now it is one of the most important provinces for merchants. The flow of silver and gold, and recently mithril, gives one merchant a good reason to leave a magical creature alone. Though some bandit infestations ravage here, problems have never been as bad as recently. The Naga has been captured. Next day, Orb of Nar has been stolen, and it would seem that villains dare ravage again when the Naga is gone. Something must be done. Is what this job description says. The question is, does all these crimes have anything to do with each other? Whoops, got a ferry to catch. Serpent Delta, the place where you're heading, is located on the huge island of Rovan. The job dispatcher has arranged a trip to the settlement Nout for you. One thing that occurs to you is that the job dispatcher says, good. During the trip, a storm brews. Fortunately, it doesn't wreck the ship. However, it makes you really seasick. It makes you spit up all the delicious food you ate, which you ate on the trip. Yuck. When you arrive at Nout, you are greeted by a tall man in the costume of the mayor. You do wonder what a mayor has to do with a lighthouse settlement like this. You see him walk into a boatworks. The man must also be keeping this shop. After a rest in your crude quarters, you wake up and feel strong and energetic, fully prepared for your quest. The adventure begins. Okay, I haven't used this party in a while. Let's see what we got. Got some stuff. Bronze plate mail, bronze plate mail. We should be good and armored up. Got some decent enough stuff. Spell-wise, we've got... Ooh, we've got a lot. In fact, we've got most of them. All but the highest level. Very nice. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Of course, start with walking around outside. Ah, damn it. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, we can't explore around the outside on that edge. What's this say? Barracks. Okay, that must be where we came in then. This is a guard, a friendly one. You chat a bit. He says, "You must be new arrivals. I tell you to stay away from the trouble. I don't want the same to happen to you that happened to ravaging Raven Roger." "Who is he? What happened to him?" "If you must know, he was a brigand of a worse kind. He stole a lot of travelers. Then he accidentally tried to assassinate one of my fellow guards. He got how would I describe it? Serious injury. I think he's still crying in his brigand lair. I heard from a mate that he swore revenge." He resumes patrolling. You smash Stick. Stick flies up in the air and lands into the chimney of a hut in the distance. 2 small objects flew out from Stick's body when it flew. Earrings of Sorsha. Okay. Random. I have a feeling they may be needed for something. Can't go out that side either. Good to know. What's this? The lighthouse. Sure, let's look in. And there's someone up here. A woman in bright red robes is drawing red runes on the brazier. She stops painting and puts the brush next to a bucket of paint. "Hi, you must be the arrivals. I'm Sorsha." Oh, it was a sneeze. Do you have a cold? "Yes, I have. I was sailing when the storm brewed. I have also some kind of sickness prone, so this will probably not fade away in just a couple of days." "You're a sorceress. Can you teach me anything?" "No, sorry, I'm not allowed." "I came here to solve problems. Can I help you with anything?" "When it comes to it, yes. Not with these runes, but it seems that my familiar Stick has eaten my earrings. Could I get you to bring him back? Did I smash a Stick in its belly? It'll feel no pain. It's a slug. It should be in the northwest corner of this fort." "You can now get past the pond." "I think I found your earrings." "Oh my!" She says, and takes the earrings. She puts them on straight away, and when you see how well they suit on her, you understand why she wanted them. "Thank you. These must have fallen from Stick's food pot when I was cooking for it. I better tell Luciano." Well, that was quick and easy. Completed a quest. Sure, why not? Suddenly, Otto gets nervous. "Hey, you're not going to take me to the Empire Lands, are you? Being thus close to the center of the Empire would make me get caught." Who the hell is Otto? What the hell was that about? Looks like we got a little hut here. Let's investigate, I guess. Nothing in there. A unicorn horn? Of all things. Burned bread. Oh, that's unique. Nothing in here. Yeah, we could have gotten across now. There. Stick is dead, effectively. Sure, why not? Sign with nothing on it. Okay. Mayor Archie Chunk. Well, let's look in the other places first. Like here, which is barracks. Archie Chunk is the name of the mayor? Who's this? This is a worker. He is currently picking up thrash and things from the floor. He doesn't talk very much. At least he says hi. You begin a conversation with Archie. He has many tattoos on his arms. Right now he is drawing a blueprint for a ship. "Hiya, can I help you? Have you got any boats?" No, sorry. All of them were in use when the storm raged. Now they're gone. But if you immediately need to leave, you could hitchhike on ships that pass by. That reminds me. Hammer, the town blacksmith, reserved a trip to the Valorum continent. If you'd like to meet him, go to the northeast building. Can you tell me why I'm brought to Serpent Delta? You must have heard of the capture of the Naga. Well, that's not the main problem. The theft of the spiritual sphere was followed with the destruction of the village Havil. No one knows exactly who did it. I'm not quite sure either, but what rumors have told me was that it was the Slitzerekai who destroyed the village. One thing is sure. They went towards the Nephiline Woods after the ravage. What is the Nephiline Woods? How can I get there? Your question unnerves him. You'd better not hike there. It's haunted by the restless souls of the Nephiline tribes. If you'd like to know more about them, go to the bookshelf in Alexandria. And sorry if I bugged you. Hearing that name just makes me uncomfortable. Do you know who captured the Naga? No one is quite sure. Spotters describe the thieves as tall, dark creatures with long noses, fins on their backs, and tails. This refers, of course, to the Slitzerekai. However, I saw one who got killed. It looked like a slith because its skin was darker and had a reddish hue, as if its race would have lived in sunlight for long. I see no fort soldiers here. What is this place? Oh yes, the name Fort Naut comes from the ages when this was the only outpost here. Here used to be an inn, forge, and of course a lot of soldiers. When the capital city Alexandria was built, all the soldiers left to the new Azure Isle fort. Now Fort Naut is only a lighthouse, a very, very crude inn, and a dock. Okay. Nothing of note in there. What's this? Hammer the blacksmith. Huh. The keeper of this forge isn't a human. He's clearly some kind of ogre. He's sweaty and his muscles have gone hard like rock. Hello, I'm Hammer. He's putting away things in a suitcase. You're an ogre. Aren't ogres carnivorous? Carnivorans? Alas, yes. That is one reason I'm gonna move. Everyone suspects that I'm up to something. But I do not eat human, Nephil, or Slitzerekai meat. I am vegetarian. Huh. I see you are putting things away. Are you leaving? Yes, I won't be here for long. By the way, if you'd want to leave Serpent Delta, just go to the dock. My ferry will arrive there soon. Uh-huh. Can I buy or sell something? Oh, sorry, this ain't a fort anymore, so I stopped running my forge. Okay. Huh. We got bar of iron. A mop, dust of choking again, and a pick. Huh. Nothing in here. And nothing in here, excuse me. Did we get our quests, actually? Huh. So I guess Archie was in here, and we pretty much were told about the situation. Okay then. I guess we find the sphere and bring it back. That must be our task, so let's go and explore. And here's another little town. Luciano's houses. Okay. No idea who Luciano is. Can't board this boat, it's not yours. What about here? A huge man in the green robes of a sorcerer is sitting behind this counter. Hello there. Call me Luciano. I suppose you want to use my ferry, is that right? How did you know? Let's say Sorcerer told me. You must be quite okay since you helped my mate. Maybe I can get you a trip. Sorcerer is a poor, clumsy, and unlucky, but beautiful woman. And you are noble warriors who help the weak. A trip to Goldar is the least I can do to reward you. Can I get a trip to Goldar? Okay, I'll meet you in my boatworks. Simple enough. I will take you to Goldar, from where you can walk to Alexandria. I won't be there, so you'll have to get a trip back from somewhere else. Okay, we'll go. And now we're here. Sure, why not? Okay. Can't explore outside. Good to know. Horses! Hopefully we can get them. I would very much like to have them. Fishing spot. Huh. Nice to have a little fishing spot like that. Okay, nothing to that. No guards in the street or anything. How odd. Alright, what have we got here? Boatworks. These boatworks seem not to have been used in a while. Okay, healing. There we go. That was a little painful. Strange that that creature was in this boatworks. Let's see. Inn of the Moose. Welcome adventurers and merchants. The smell of fried meat and potatoes with beer makes you hungry. This inn seems to be a better one with quality. The innkeeper seems to be a rich man. The inn he's keeping is like a reflection of his wealth. Hiya! Welcome to the Inn of the Moose. I'm Mark, the innkeeper. How can I help you? What do you serve? Here we serve ale. 10 coins, 1 round. We also have beer, 15 coins, and fine wine, 20 coins a round. Bread can also be bought here. And, of course, a night room and board is also available. Nothing we need. Oh, there's the bedroom. That's an odd way to set up a room. But sure. Why do I feel like this boatworks has a secret door somewhere up here? Because I'm wrong. Okay. Written by hand. Bob Super Smithy. Get your stuff from here and from nowhere else because here it's much better and cheaper. How odd. The smithy isn't hot at all. An old man sits behind the counter, half asleep. He's quite short and a bit too well fed. You wake him up. What? Oh, adventurers. This is my shop. What do you want? Give me your names and I shall give you mine. Can we trade? You don't think that Bob has made this stuff here? Ugh. Tell me about Goldar. Nothing worth to tell you. Look, I didn't let you in here to chat with me. Just buy what you need and then scram. I'm not going to make that insult. It's just rude. Strange, the fire pits are all empty and full of dust. Is this supposed to be an active forge and smithy? Ah! Toy bat of fireballs? The hell? Cast bolt of fire at level 20. Okay. Here we have Smithy of Clubs. We shoe your horses and provide the equipment. Hold on. Hold on. A muscular man sits behind the counter with a variety of equipment with him. Hello, I'm Cornelius, but you can call me Clubs. I rule one of the town smiths which produces iron. One of the town smiths? Yeah, this town contains three of them. Mine, which produces war equipment and horseshoes. Arnold's, which produces jewelry. And finally Bob's, which I'm not quite sure about. We need the smiths because you get paid more paid for finished wares and raw materials. Where do you get all the ore for the smiths? Goldar has built several mines at the beginning of this peninsula. However, we have a bunch of problems with the ogres that live nearby. That problem has never been as serious as recently. Do you know why the ogres are in need of ore? I have generally no idea about what the ogres want with our mines. They just come in there and hide in the tunnels. When you enter the tunnel, they kill you. Strange, no one has ever reported any theft of the ore. Adventurers like you should go out there and tell them to leave. You can trade for some gear, nothing I need. You shoe horses? Could we buy some? Sorry, I'm afraid that they're all... Oh, no, wait. There's still some left in this table. It's next door. It's 800 coins. Sorry for the expensive price. You're lucky to buy them. If they would be cheaper, they would probably have been bought already. They're a fine race which survives in the desert's heat, the marshes' moisture, and the cold of caves. Besides that, I've heard they also survive in volcanoes. That's quite a group. The hotness of this forge and smithy gives you a strong will to leave. The employees, however, seem to have no problem with the heat. They have clearly been working here for a very long time. You're both amazed and a little jealous. Got nothing to say, though. City Hall and Goldar Mines Office. If you don't want a job at the mines, or if you don't want to buy the ore, apply here. What's this? Serpent Delta map. That's useful. This map, as it doesn't look exactly like the land, was clearly drawn by an artist and not a scout. There's Fort Nout and Lucano's farm, and here's Goldar. B is capital. That's the capital, Alexandra. Those are towns. Infestations is ogres there, and miscellaneous. Lab of Alchemy, Nagalair, Argabda's Tower, Vrr's Hut. We've also got Azure Isle and Havil. Warning: unexplored areas from here on. The following areas are marked lethal. Good to know. Not anything in any of these bookcases, I think. You meet the mayor of the city. She is a woman, not very old. Signs on her indicate, however, that she did not become the mayor yesterday. What is it, you... Adventurers, at last. I've been expecting you. I'm Mayor Janus, Empire Liaison and President of the Goldar Mining Company. I have a job for you. What is the job you have for me? Well, you've probably heard of the ogres that invaded our mines. They just came and seized a band of miners into a cave. We can't get resources from there until the ogres are driven away or killed. Will you do it? Will you do the job? I'll do it. Great! There should be more of you brave, cunning adventurers. I'll make sure you'll be rewarded after finishing the job. And take this with you. She hands you a tiny, beautiful key. Here's the key for the mine dock. Open it for the miners after you free them. Tell me of the problems I came to solve. I'll tell you everything I know about the crimes. First, there was an explosion in the middle of the night at the Naga lair. The Naga had been knocked unconscious with some cunning magic. The explosion had awakened the town guard in Alexandra. They traced the explosion and found a band of Sith-like humanoids with the Naga in a sack running northeast. They ran after them. The chase continued in the morning. One of the scouts rode past the humanoids to warn the fishing village Havil. The militia of Havil couldn't stop the lizardmen either. Using the same magic when capturing the Naga, the lizards broke the town walls and killed everyone. Then they ran towards the Nephilim woods, hoping for losing the chasers. They did not hope in vain. This is where we lost them. This is also where you come in. Go see the governor in Alexandra. He'll tell you in detail what you're supposed to do. Tell me about Havil. Havil was the second settlement here. The cold river delta tends to attract fish. Thus, many of the people who came here were fishers. Havil was built by them. Now it's gone. Tell me about the Nephilim woods. It is a forest with huge trees, some with their tops as high as clouds. Many believe that it is the origin of the Nephilim. Speaking of clouds, the name Nephilim is relating to a cloud, and the word Nephil means one who has come down from the clouds. Also, some of the fluffiest furs in the film are often likened to clouds. Maybe you notice that I have studied history a lot. Sure. Okay. One explanation why the granary has been built in a funny place is that the city was planned by miners and smiths. Thus, the thought of building a granary wasn't their first one. That's a funny place. Sure, okay. Carts. That's a guardhouse. And here is Arnold the Goldsmith. Fine jewelry for reasonable prices. Gems wanted, good prices. Okay. There's a young man sitting at the counter with fine pincers, scalpels, and precious metal sticks working on a gold chain. Hello, adventurers. My name is Arnold. I run the Goldsmith. Or will run as long as possible. Is something wrong? Yes, and you'll probably ask if you could do anything to help. Yes, it's ogres. There are lots of them hiding in the mines, hunting people. But none of them steals any ore. They just hide there. I'd say they're afraid of something outside. Sounds stupid. Really stupid. But none of them has done anything offensive if the tunnels they invaded are left alone. Somebody should try speaking to them, but they're stupid and violent. I'm sure you could do it much better than we, because... ogres would understand you better, because you are more... He clearly wanted to say something about you, but hesitated. Spit it out! You're adventurers. Ogres talk to them, not to us. Sorry, I don't want to mock you, though I have opinions of your caste, but you asked for it. I'll tell you a secret. North of the Inn of the Moose is an empty section between the walls. Sealed away, but it still has a hidden entrance. Follow the north wall to the east and you'll find it. I believe it's still out of order, but I haven't been there for a while. I believe you can find some of the leftover building materials and tools. But I don't think you will find two Venatais who imprison people and do magical experiments with them. Ha ha ha. Man, have you ever met an adventurer before? Have you always thought that we are stupid and violent? No, I haven't, but now I've seen some. And I tell you that my stepfather, Bob, has always been wrong about you. I don't know why. Perhaps he was wounded by an adventurer in the past. But he has always taught me to not have anything to do with you mercenaries. That liar. Huh. Gold dagger, 5 to 20 with resistance to acid. Interesting. Take a look in here. Yeah, maybe it's because, we adventurers are known kleptomaniacs. Hehehe. A bar of gold there. Okay, so... hidden path, eh? Well, we'll take a look at it in the next episode, because this episode has got to have gone on way long enough. Yeah, this is going to be a long episode. Next episode, we'll take a look at this hidden path, and then head out and explore. Maybe do something about these ogres. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.